find, you just ask AI. You don't have to open a third-party app to match the price anymore.
AI developers counter that for every job lost to the technology, multiple new ones will be created by the new industries that AI will open up.
We're very optimistic that there are going to be fantastic jobs in the future and that current jobs can get much better.
Educators say children need to start learning about AI and using it.
And it's really important because those tools are also evolving really fast. So if they don't start to use them now, it's going to be very hard for them to catch up.
Technology, in its headlong rush, may reshape the nature of work and society itself. Rob Reynolds, Al Jazeera, Santa Clara, California.
So, Rob, we're in the middle of what looks like a technological crossroads, both exciting and daunting at the same time. But what do all the experts there make of it all?
Well, you know, people here, as I mentioned, have been talking about this, and they've got the level of technological expertise that I lack. So I'd like to introduce now our guest, Greg Birkin. Greg, come on over here if you would. Greg is with the FTI Consulting. You listened to our story about jobs and AI. What's your take?
Well, I think that AI is going to have a direct impact on the career space. I think it is really going to disrupt repetitive tasks and careers that rely on things that are manufactured directly, but as well as the knowledge worker space, folks that work with information, because information is going to be so accessible and you'll be able to employ an AI agent to harness that information and apply it to your job without the need of a human. And it's sort of dystopian and a little frightening, but I think it also has good impacts.
Well, speaking of good impacts, the other side of the coin could be that AI and associated technologies could create industries we don't even glimpse yet with many jobs. Is that correct?
No, that's a great point. I think that AI is spurring innovation at a level we're trying to comprehend. But in the cybersecurity space, we already have a shortage of professionals. It's going to create a deeper void and a need for more and more jobs. But it's also going to allow you to be a researcher at a super level, where you're able to use these tools to find any kind of thing that you need. If you're a paralegal, if you're in the medical education space, if you're a teacher, you can imagine individualized learning systems that are created to teach. And so I think it's going to just do what you're doing better if you're able to harness those tools. But we need to grasp them. We need to really understand them to apply them.
Very briefly, Greg, what about cybersecurity? You mentioned that. Is AI, a wedge that could crack open many secure systems?
I think you're right. I think AI is a wedge. It's used to it can be benevolent. It can be used in a good sense, or it can be used in a negative sense. And I think that it's going to create opportunity, but it's also going to allow you to see vulnerabilities in systems that we haven't envisioned before, especially in banking and finance and any kind of a computer system that has a forward-facing internet structure. You're going to be able to penetrate a system probably in ways that we haven't imagined yet.
Sounds like paradise for hackers and bad actors.
Bad actors are what keep us up at night. In the cybersecurity space, we always worry about those, and we try to get ahead of the curve. And with AI and those tools, we can actually do that applied in the right way. Quantum computing is one of the AI technologies that goes hand in hand with those. And quantum is allowing new forms of encryption to be created and necessitated in banking, and that's a real opportunity in the AI space.
All right, Greg Birkin of FTI Consulting, thank you very much for speaking with us. We'll have more from this conference about quantum computing, which Greg mentioned a moment ago, in our next report, but for now, that's all from here in Silicon Valley.
All right, a brave new world, Rob, brave new world. Rob Reynolds live in Santa Clara, thank you. Now, thousands of people have marched in Argentina's capital, voicing their anger at the rising cost of living. They're furious at the measures adopted by the government